Mohammed.
Yes.
I'm just recording, and I will put in the Facebook, the messages that, I see you are writing something. I don't know
I'm
what
painting,
you are
I'm
writing.
painting. I am painting.
And you are painting. Can I know what
The
you are
background
painting?
of this paint is like you see a guy in the middle here,
Yeah.
and there is a fence here. But behind the fence, you see the high-story buildings there. In front, other side of the fence, you see the tents there, or kind of a poor, kind of a slum or ghetto. So this is how we find ourselves here. When we came into Europe, you remember how Oranienplatz here was before. You see this tall building behind there, but it seems like people live in a total isolation. That's why you see a single person over there standing in the middle of all this mess up. So that's what I'm trying to display here.
Okay.
That's the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Hello. Okay.
Oranienplatz has a very important symbolic signification for the fight of the refugees, for their right, for their dignity, and for their fight. The fight is a very important thing in these years, that they fought for their rights and didn't only demand it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay guys, now I wanted to show you what is going on here. This is Oranienplatz, where refugees were fighting since 2012, and with waves of refugees from 2015, which is the Syrian, and we were in solidarity and fighting for the right. And again, the wave of Afghanistan, and we were fighting against it. And now 2022 is the wave of Ukrainian non-citizens who flee Ukrainian war in February 2022, and now we are here July the 31st, and we are doing all this because they are facing the problems inside and in the border, and now Oranienplatz, and now this is the section 24 for all refugees. That means because there is segregation of this paragraph 24 applied only for the Ukrainian people, but not other refugees flee Ukrainian. So that's why they are now like we demand equal right for all refugees. So this is Oranienplatz, and we are making platform for every fight, and refugees need their rights, and yeah.
Reactivate this space, the political space, and make visible the presence and the struggles that have been here, that never went away, right? Like that is still happening, and to forge also new solidarities and connections, to deepen connections that already exist, and take up the space, be visible. So for example, today also we're here with friends from Atlanta who are united. So all of these connections are taking place and growing here at Oranienplatz. And it's really beautiful that's happening also with art.
And now I see your hand is beautiful and you're busy painting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will take it and say, people, let us be in solidarity with the problem that's facing people in the world, because we need equal rights.
Absolutely.
And now paragraph 24 is like section 24 for all refugees.
Yeah, and we need to dismantle and fight and challenge the violence at borders and racism and the afterlife of colonialism, really. And it's very extremely visible in the very unjust migration and asylum policies, particularly in the EU and in Germany, where we are right now. So there's many ways to fight. We fight on many sides at the same time.
Okay, see you around, my sister. Thank you.
war einfach nur interessiert, ob die zusammen sind. Ja, so direkt links. Und dann hat halt
So now you can see here, you can see this is, Norway United is painting also, expressing themselves here as, different groups coming together. And here is our friend Beatrice. Hello, Beatrice. I see you are doing something. And what are you doing? You are trying to draw. What are you going to draw? And why you are drawing?
I am going to draw a black land and a white flag.
Why that?
I'm trying to show how the white people oppress the black by seeing them, like by stepping on them. Yeah.
Okay. So that's how you express your feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel when you are putting this feeling into your drawing?
I'm feeling relieved. I'm moving on to the
ich habe manchmal einfach so meine
Wow. Thank you very much. Going to face my sister here, who is also expressing herself. I see she's very busy with the black and white color and here. So let's see from her. Hello, my dear. Do you like to tell me your name?
My name is Pamela.
What are you doing?
Drawing?
What are you drawing?
Just what I feel like.
You are
What I feel
feeling.
like drawing. Yeah.
So you feel like drawing. Okay. Because today is like you express yourself through drawing, and this is what you are going to do, or you just want to draw anything.
Yeah, anything.
Okay.
Anything that comes to mind.
I will come later to see your drawing, my sister. All right. Hello, guys. I'm going to approach our sister here. Let us see what she's going to tell us. Hello, my dear.
Hi.
Your name?
My name is Masiri Adibo, and I am from Atlanta, Georgia, from the United States, and I'm the co-founder of Noir United International. And so we are a Black-led global development and humanitarian organization. We're founded to center Black people in creating solutions for their communities and coming to each other's aid in times of crisis. And so we have come here to Berlin, all the way from the United States, and we've been traveling throughout Europe because we want to support African people who suffered and faced the trauma of racism while fleeing war in Ukraine. We are very passionate about this because racism shouldn't exist, and during a time of crisis like this, there should be no differentiation between who deserves to live, because everyone deserves to live, and everyone deserves to be able to find their way after such a life-changing event. And so discrimination and all of the negative aspects that have come just because of our skin color, that's what we are fighting against. And what we're fighting for is for Black unity. We're fighting for Black empowerment, because when you uplift Black people, you uplift the rest of marginalized communities, because all of it is rooted in anti-Blackness, all of it is rooted in anti-Africanness. And once we're able to uplift the most marginalized people of our communities, then we'll see that everyone else benefits as well. And so, we're Noir United, Black people united across the world, across the diaspora. Black unity is a powerful thing. And once we're able to unite and fight towards the bigger cause, we'll be able to see that life will be much better for us all.
Okay, and I see you are the one organizing this this drawing now, and people are into it, and okay, you want people to express. There are many ways of communicating and expressing the feelings.
Yeah, so essentially why we pick painting, why we pick drawing, creative expression, because it's not only one tool of communication. People can use art to express so many things that words cannot show, and through art you can release your emotions, release your feelings, release your thoughts, and do it in a way that represents who you are, represents your situation, your experience, and allows people to resonate with you, because there's so many people who can see your art and see what you have to say or what you have to draw and relate to it. And also, we think that using art to express yourself is also a form of therapy. It's also a form of being able to get support in a way that also fosters community amongst one another. So when you have people come together to express express themselves in a unique way, it's uplifting and it is empowering in a way. So.
Some artists say we are just artists and has nothing to do with activism, and I see there is big link, to be active and express yourself. What do you say about that? Because they will contradicting point that we are just artists and
No, art is activism. Art is activism, and for centuries people have used art to send a message across through music, through painting, through different mediums of art. Like, we've seen it happen. We've seen it speak to us. We're human, and we've been able to express ourselves through various different forms of tools of communication. So art is just another another form of activism, and it's been used for generations to come, and it's always going to be here. And as long as we can uplift art, and we uplift ourselves, and we can show the visual representation of our pain, of our stories, of our trauma, of the happy moments, of all of the things that make us us, then art will always be one of the strongest ways of doing that.
Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you.
So you can see how people are fighting, how they become one community, how they communicate, they become brothers and sisters, despite of everything that's happening to them. And this is the way we should be, the beauty of human being that we are playing with. And I think everyone should question her or himself, that where are we and why should we, facing all these kind of police and resisting and calling for our rights. I think that is a big thing. We demand people talk out, people speak out and express yourself, so you can get your right. And now here you can see education, not deportation, and this is it. People are facing deportation or threat of deportation, where they're supposed to get, education, but they have to struggle for their rights, the basic right, not the primary rights, everything. So I'm proceeding to somebody who is, holding his painting. Colin, please, I have to ask you again. What is this? What are you doing? What is this drawing?
The name of my painting is While I'm Not Finished.
What? Just tell me, what are you?
I'm painting. I can't reveal what it means yet, but the name of the painting is Problem Not Finish.
Problem?
Not Finish.
Not the finish.
Yes,
problem,
it's a pidgin.
Not the finish. What is that? Not the finish.
Problem doesn't end.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, this is my brother. Okay, so this is his painting, and yeah, you can see. Hello, can I know your name?
My name is Jeffrey.
And?
My name is Emmy.
Okay, what is going on, Jeffrey and Emmy? What is going on around you?
We are just doing painting arts.
Okay.
It's just kind of like a demonstration. We are fighting for Section 24 for everyone from Ukraine.
Okay.
Exactly. And we're here in Oranienplatz to connect to the refugee and migrant struggles that have taken place here from 10 years ago all the way until now.
And you are fighting for the right of refugees who flee Ukraine.
Yes, without Ukrainian citizenship, because they're being treated differently than those with Ukrainian citizenship. And we want the equal rights for all refugees, who fled all wars.
And being demonstrating or have spontaneous demonstrating and to be visible outside, like in this place, you have hope of, like there might be something happening, or you just kind of let us do something than not doing anything. So can you tell me this?
We are hoping that maybe the government will make a change and give everyone the Section 24. This is what we hope. This is what we advocate for. So we are just making a kind of demonstration to let everyone know what we want, and what we demand is just equal right for everyone that came out from Ukraine.
But what is this paragraph 24? Because nobody knows what is paragraph 24 than only maybe European system.
Okay, paragraph 24 is like a section in the German constitution that gives rights for refugees from Ukraine to work and continue their life in Germany or in Europe until the war is over. And this German constitution, this rights, for now is only for people that are from Ukraine. It's exempted for people from other countries that were in Ukraine before the war. So what we're trying to do is that we're trying to make the German government understand that everyone that experienced the war deserves this paragraph 24.
So we all flee the war and we should be treated the same. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, and also to recognize that refugees and migrants in Germany should have the same safety and security that German citizens have and European citizens have. So it's not just about those who fled one war, but about people who fled all wars and their experiences in Europe. And that they should have the right to work, to study, to have opportunities here.
So Ukrainian, the people who flee Ukrainian is an example of many wars, right?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, I've seen you writing the letters and advocating in the different ways.
Yes.
And now you are kind of saying, people, let us do the same. So yeah, let me ask, what is your message to the world now? What can you tell the world? What should the world do in this situation of refugees all over the world? What can we do?
I think the fight is not only for refugees. I think the fight is for everyone. You know, we are all human beings, and human rights is for all. And I feel like we all deserve to be treated equally. So I plead on people around the world to join in and fight for all refugees across the world. It doesn't have to be refugees in Germany, it can be refugees everywhere in the world. They deserve basic human rights, the right to study, the right to live, the right to the right to health care, all the rights of just basic human rights. So this is what we fight for. Basically, now we are in Germany, so we are asking for this for all refugees in Germany. But it can still extend to all refugees around the world to have basic human rights.
I hope your voice will be heard. For sure will be heard. Do you want to add something?
The only thing I would add is that a very wise activist named Napuli once told me that the movement is a river, no? So wherever we are in the world, in our local context and in our global context, there are many different waves. And there are many different people and groups that are always resisting the racist systems, the discriminatory systems, and so I would just encourage everybody to get involved in the ways that they can and to make the river flow.
Okay, thank you very much. That is actually me, so don't say Napoli. That is me, and that is my sister. Okay, thank you very much, and I will just go across and see what is going on. Thank you very much. Yes.
Ready?
Hello, dear.
Hi,
How are you?
Hi, my name is Nassim. I'm a co-founder of Noir United International. I am a student. I go to Yale University, getting my Master's of Public Health in Social and Behavioral Sciences. And I'm here. I've been helping to assist African refugees coming out of Ukraine. You know, many of them face racism and discrimination. And after seeing their videos online, on Twitter, TikTok, I was very emotional about it, and I felt like, for me personally, if I was a student, if I decided to go to school in another country, I would want somebody to come and help and look after me and make sure that I was okay.
And that person is you.
Well, for now, yes, that person is me, but in my mind, it's not just me when I'm here. I'm not just representing myself and my organization. I'm representing my family, representing all of those who have came before me. I'm representing the leaders from the past. I'm representing an idea. I'm representing the movement. I'm representing the challenges and everything that Black people have faced globally, not just here in Europe, but in the States, in the islands of Jamaica, in Africa, all over the world. That is who I am. That's what I'm representing today.
Gandhi say, you just mentioned like the people who are fighting and you are presenting all this, and Gandhi say, be the change you want to see in the world. If not you, who will do? And you have it has to start from you.
Yes.
And now from from America to here is not something easy, and we also heard, and we see also in the program, newspapers or news that, you were fighting also life. What matter? Can you tell
Black
me about
Lives
that?
Matter.
Yes. How do you connect with that now? Because they were like Black Lives Matter, and now the refugees with color like BIPOC are facing the same thing. How do you connect that, and where is your fight leading you?
So in order to answer that question, I have to start from the root of what Black Lives Matter actually means. Black Lives Matter started from a perspective of being in the States as a people and going through police brutality, racism, structural injustices, lack of education, poor healthcare, all of these different things that impacted Black people, that separated them from the rest of society and created a life in which everything was about struggle, everything was about survival, and there was no freedom, there was no liberation, there was no happiness as a community as a whole. We have individual happiness, but not happiness as a people. And so that's where Black Lives Matter came out, after seeing the systematic killings of Black men throughout America, and women too. Everyone is traumatized historically, not only what's going on now, but these are things that have continued to happen in America, where it goes all the way back to slavery. The original police in America were founded in order as slave catchers to go and catch slaves in different states and travel and bring them back to the plantation. And building on top of that, police have continued to be a presence within the community. In some communities, more than others, or they're over policing in black communities and making excess issues within the community that were not there, and not just police but other institutions within the community meddling and mingling and creating problems within our family structures, within our school structures, within our health structures. All of that is all connected. Like I said, I study social and behavioral sciences, and so for the background for me, it's social determinants of health. So when I look at all of this, I look at the health and are you living a healthy life? Are you mentally there? Are you physically there? Are you spiritually there? All of that is concerning health. And so connecting that with Black Lives Matter, so what's going on now with the students and other people coming out of Ukraine that are not Ukrainian, essentially the struggle that we're facing is a system that has been built historically on top of other oppressed people that causes the laws and institutions that the people in America face and that the people coming out of Ukraine face now. And so when I saw that and connecting those dots and saying, hey, like right before this issue of students in Ukraine, America, we had an issue with Haitians coming into the border. There was a really big outcry. And not just the Haitians, like it's so many different things that are all happening at once. Even just thinking back before this, right before we got involved into the situation, there was a kid that was killed in America in the same city that George Floyd was killed in. The police knocked down his door and shot him as soon as he woke up. He had a gun, but remember, in America we have gun protection, so anybody can have a gun under the law. The Second Amendment right in America.
Do you have one?
I have a gun. Yes.
Really?
I do. I don't use it, but I do have a gun too. Everybody has a gun in America. It's a crazy lifestyle that we live in America, but it is what it is. And
yeah, it's reality.
It's reality, and it's a mindset that we're in where we feel like we have to protect ourselves, like somebody's out to get us. It's that struggle. It's the survival mentality. It's all of that. It is the historical implications after slavery. You know, after all of these different things that have impacted our community that cause us to be in this mindset. And so...
And what happened to him then after the police went inside and shot?
So they killed him. He didn't even get a chance to get his blanket off his head, and they killed him. And at the moment for me, like being a black man and seeing that, you know, knowing all of the different things that continue to happen, like I went through a period of depression, honestly, for about a month of depression. And then after I saw the videos of these students here, and I'm like, you know, this is still black people. Like, I remember the first time I'm watching the news and I'm like, there's black people in Ukraine. Like, I'm like, I didn't even know, like, and even with my lack of education, my lack of awareness of what was truly going on in the world and where our people really are, like, honestly, like, my level of awareness was so low at the time. And as I started to do more research and see how, like, people have been continuously going to Ukraine during the Soviet Union, and this is what they told us to do. If you want to live a better life, if you want to do good, you have to go get your education, come to these schools, build yourself up, get this money, go back, do. Learning all of that at the same time while seeing the inconsistencies with the media and talking about, you know, these are not your average refugees, you know, they're light skin, hair, all of those different things. It was kind of just like,
where are we?
What world are we living in now that this is so blatant, and this is something that we see on the news, and we as black people in America, we talk about racism all the time, every day. Every day is a conversation about racism, especially because a lot of people are still in the positions of struggle. So we talk about these things a lot, and so seeing it in another country and seeing the same exact thing that, you know, if you were there, you would experience too, that's when I realized, or I knew it before, but then that's when I knew that, like, you know, Black Lives Matter is not just Black Lives Matter here in the States, it's Black Lives Matter everywhere. Because, you know, you're my sister, like, we were pulled generationally apart. We're forced to come apart, but we are still linked in some type of way. And so that's my belief, that's how I feel. And so connecting that and knowing that, you know, if in America we I'm an American. I recognize my privilege. There's a lot of resources that we have that other people don't have. Why not take those resources and bring it to the people that actually need it? And so that's where my standpoint, and that's why I'm here.
Now, what do you want to tell the world with all what you see? What do you want the young out there to do? Because the race is not yet finished. What is your message to the out world?
My message to the world, honestly, is we live in a very unique time. We have technology, we have globalization, we have all of these different institutions that have manifested over time to be what it has never been before. If you're in Sudan, I can call you from America at any time of the day and send you a message at any time of the day. We are more connected than ever, but yet we're still so far apart. Personally, I feel that it is time for us to come together again, sit at the table, understand the issues, understand the commonalities, understand these roots. Where does the problem actually begin, and where does the problem actually end?
And the differences.
Everybody has an idea, everybody has a solution. We don't know if the solution is going to work until we try. So my message is it's time to start trying, it's time to be there, it's time to show up, it's time to actively play a part and actively play a role.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, people, you hear that, the basic issue today on this, 31st of July is about fighting for the equal right for all, not just equal right for refugees, but equal right for every human being. We deserve equal right. There is nobody small and nobody's big. We are all human, and that is what human rights identify. So oplatz is the platform where everybody can come together and advocate and call for their rights. And so this is the second day, and we are going to continue with this program until the 13th of August. And from there we will, the programs are coming and people are here until, if we don't have the right, we are going to stay, and for sure there is no deadline of the fight, but we keep fighting, and I wish everybody should have self-awareness, and so that we can come out with we are sleeping. Though we are not sleeping, but we are sleeping in the sense of what is going on with us. Why are we making this world miserable where it should be, the world of peace, And I think we are fed up with all this hierarchy, the powers, the segregation, the racism, and so forth. So for today, I will stop here, and I say follow with us because the program is going, and please see your surrounding, what you can do so that you can live. Because if you think you are fine and your neighborhood is not fine, that will affect you. Now we are affected much on the Ukrainian fight, though we are not in Ukraine, but now we are facing the same problem here in Germany about the problem that's taking place by just a couple of people or states. But stay tuned, and we are here, we are fighting, and until every one of us, if not us, it will still continue. One day we will come to the awareness of value everyone's life. That is what we are looking for, the respect and the trust to human being where we have equal, you know, like different unique dimension or dynamic of our, you know, being a human being. For that, I will leave you here and see you tomorrow maybe. And yeah, so if there is anything, please keep in your mind, you are important and you can do that. As Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. You cannot expect someone to come and do if not you. So you have to be that person who make one step. Thank you.